What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another How I Would Make It video, and this video was requested by Zaid, and he asked me how I would make Ghost Rider 3. I really loved this idea, this question, because this is something I actually thought about, I thought about for a while, and I really love, Ghost Rider is what, my fifth favorite superhero. It's one of my favorite superheroes. And I really would love to work on this. I thought about it. I sat here and I thought about the last two movies, and I think what would be something way better than those movies. So this is how I would make the movie. So the main villain I would want to be Vengeance. Vengeance, I feel like, would be a great villain for Ghost Rider because he's just like him. He's got all his powers and abilities, and I feel like it would just be a good movie for just a straight-up brawl between these two characters. And, I do know a little bit of Vengeance's backstory as far as, he's had, two hosts in the main comics, and I think in the Ultimate he had, a different host. And he's been a villain, an anti-hero, and I think a straight-up hero. I'm not sure, but Vengeance is a really cool character. Now, I want to talk about how the movie would present itself in general, because in the last couple movies try to do this more modern take on Ghost Rider. You can't modernize Ghost Rider. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't do it. It's gotta be Western style. The first movie was more Western style, but the second movie was more modern and more kind of crazy. It just didn't work for what it was trying to do. So with this movie, I'd want it to be more Western. Obviously, we're not in Western time, so, I'd have to make it a little modern, but still, it would have more of a Western feel. And you don't see a lot of Western feeling movies these days. I think the most relevant Western feeling movie I could think of would be Logan. Try to go for more of a feel like that, even though Ghost Rider's still, alive and dandy, but, So, how would I do the story? The story I'd want to be like this. The devil has had enough with Johnny. He's had enough dealing with him. He's sick and tired of him getting in his way. So he decides to ultimately try to destroy Ghost Rider. This movie would be about the devil trying to destroy Ghost Rider. That his whole plot would be just to destroy him. He wants him gone. He wants him dead. So what he does is he creates a new spirit of vengeance, and he puts that in the body of Michael Ballandino. This is actually the first host for Vengeance that I wanted. And obviously we would do the backstory for him and yada yada yada, but I would want him to have the spirit of vengeance. And just like in the first movie, I would want us to have, the part where he gets to transform into Vengeance, his first time transforming into Vengeance. We get to see him create his bike. Kind of take what we had from the first movie for the hero when he got his bike and he turned into Ghost Rider. I would want to do that for the villain in this movie, and I would want to focus on the villain of the movie a lot because I would want to establish that the villain is not really a bad guy. He just kind of doesn't really have too much control over the spirit of vengeance, and give him some type of plot to where, yes, he wants to kind of take down Ghost Rider also. And at the end of the movie, I'd want him to kind of side with Ghost Rider and take down the devil. But that's what I would do for this movie. I would have Vengeance as the villain. I'd have them have awesome fights. I even want a couple bar scenes. I thought about the opening of this movie. The way I would open the movie is in a bar. They're in a bar, and Johnny's just, at the bar, at the stool, and maybe all of a sudden he's like, some guy's picking on some girl or something, and then all of a sudden you see Johnny turn around and kind of threaten him, and he like sees like the fire in his eye or something. I don't know. It'd be so cool. I think that this movie could be really awesome if you get the right director and if you go for vengeance as the villain, and that type of plot I think would work. And I think it would be more interesting than the last movie was. The last movie I feel like was not good enough as far as like its methodical pacing. I felt like it was too bizarre and crazy. Whereas in the first movie, I liked how Ghost Rider was very methodical, and very like slowish almost. But I did enjoy like his design for the second movie. I liked the skull looked more real. The fire was so real, like it looked realistic, which I liked. But ultimately, the movie overall was But I think Ghost Rider 3, like maybe like you could call it like what sucks is that you can't call it Spirit of Vengeance. So maybe you can have like, I don't know, Ghost Rider 3 Revenge or Vengeance. I don't know, something like that. But that's how to make the third movie. Going back to another question Zaid said about me making TMNT, I can't make TMNT. I'm TMT3, meaning the Michael Bay ones. I didn't watch the second movie. Sure as hell not going to rewatch the first movie, so I don't want to do those. But so that answers the question with this one. So, but yeah, Ghost Rider 3 is something that I would really love to work on and even make. That would be a dream. I'd love to work on Ghost Rider 3. This reminds me of like wanting to direct movies and stuff now when I got this question. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. And do you think that this would be an awesome choice and feel and design for the next for a movie like this? So let me know what you guys think. And until then, guys, I'm out of here. Up and away. See you guys.